I don't see us live yet.
Well, I am streaming.
There we go. I see us live now.
It's so fast.
54, 52, 51, 50, 45.
Let's see, who are we crossing? Oh my god, we are crossing streams with Mobile
40.
Gamer and Andy Beats. And hang on a minute, why is Andy streaming?
Andy's doing his GAC. We're in Chain Gang right
Yeah,
now.
no. I thought Andy was streaming tomorrow. I could have swore it was on the calendar for tomorrow.
No.
Yeah, because I couldn't get on. Where are we? I can't see us. We're live. What? We're live, and I can't see us. Why do I always have to do a search for Escape Podcast?
I don't know.
It never just comes up as live. If we were on YouTube, we'd have like a dozen people waiting.
I know.
I'm just concerned that, you know, I mean, it doesn't help that GAC is running live now on Twitch. So, yeah. There's Sephiroth. Hang on a minute. I
What?
changed the music.
It's okay.
It's playing like.
We do what we do. That's us.
Changed it. 3 second delay. That's pretty good.
My timer says 2:50 right now.
Yeah, same here. 3-4 seconds.
All right. Woohoo! I'm hearing echoes. All right. Let's see here. Welcome, guys. Hope everybody is doing well.
Yeah, I don't know why the music didn't stick. Because I definitely
we'll
edited
figure
it.
it
I
out.
definitely edited it in. Oh bloody hell! Everybody's here. Hello.
They're all piling in. I'm loving it.
Hey, that's no moon. I saw your video. I saw your video yesterday, mate. Nice one.
There's Llama. Let me give her a hammer. Llama has a hammer now, so she can ban going nerdy.
Can't you? Oh.
All right. Looks like we got 1 minute. Radio
Yeah.
silence.
Radio silence.
Hello, everyone. This is your buddy, Biscuit Weasel, and you are listening to the Escape Pod Cast. This show is recorded in front of a live studio audience. Today, I had a big milestone as a content creator. I had 50 followers happen today on Twitch, which promoted me to the affiliate level. First, I want to say thank you to my wife and my girls for letting me explore my new hobby. Second, I want to give a huge shout out to Paul Anthony for his support from day one. Paul, thank you for your unwavering support. Secondly, a huge shout out to all my patrons, Paul Anthony, Amazon, The Llama, Tubot, Sir Boss, Jackson Tucker, Schnarman, and Captain Ward. Having you all back me every month is an inspiration by itself. Finally, I want to say a huge shout out to everyone watching the Escape Pod Cast, as I know many of you came to support me from the show. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for each of you coming out to support me. I am sure I missed some individual people, but know if you're hearing this message, this also goes to you. You all didn't come to hear me, so Paul, Nev, take it away, boys, and don't burn those biscuits.
One is a Grand Arena specialist from the UK. The other is a territory battle tactician from the US. Together, there are no signs of intelligent life on board. With both having played this game since launch, the one thing we are sure of is that you will be entertained. The Escape Pod Cast, a service of the Escape Pod Castaways. A weekly podcast about the mobile game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Live from the network studios of Yavin 4, here are your hosts, Neil Andrew Eyre and Paul Anthony.
Coming up on this week's Switch to Twitch episode of the Escape Pod Cast.
We give you the new release schedule of the show so you know how to keep up with the latest from Paul and I.
We explain in more detail our move to Twitch and why we decided to go this route.
We then tackle the hot topic around the community.
Third-party crystal vendors, right?
Oh, God, no, the Q&A.
Oh.
We also take a closer look at the Mando kits.
There's still no appearance of the child, but at least we finally can do disintegrations.
Our incoming transmission puts us face to face with good old Maurice from Operation Metaverse.
And we will talk about how they can get CG to respond right away.
Yeah. And the Patreon's choice, and more in our fourth segment.
Neil, does this new format make me look fat?
Well, all this and breaking news as and if it happens.
Right here on the Escape Pod Cast.
The Escape Pod Cast News.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Escape Pod Cast. I'm your host, Neil Andrew Eyre, and as always, I am joined by my hetero life partner, Paul. I'm sorry, it makes me laugh every time I say that. I've got to contain myself. Paul, how are you today?
I'm doing well, man. I am a Kevin Smith's fan. I get the joke. I love it.
Good.
So I have a picture of me standing behind the counter at the Quick Stop that Clerks was filmed at.
Mm-hmm.
I have a picture of me sitting in the very booth that Ben Affleck and Alyssa Jones, I can't remember her name. Joey Lauren Adams. Thank you, Dr. Feelgood, for the 500 bits right off the bat. I have a picture of me sitting in that booth where they break up. So,
but if I ever do venture to Texas, we are going to find we're going to find a Quickie Mart, and we're going to find a what's the burger franchise in Clerks 2?
Movies. There is no movies.
There's no movie.
That's all set in New Jersey.
We can find a wall that looks like it, so that so that you can be Silent Bob and I can be Jay.
I do have a trench coat.
But I just think it'd be fun. It would be fun to do a Jay and Silent and homage to Jay and Silent Bob. I think that would be a lot of fun. Plus, I get to use all the profanity I like, and it's perfectly legitimate. Okay, cool.
All right.
I've got my beer, so let's go.
Yes, we've made the switch to Twitch.
Yes, we have.
Twitch allows us I mean, for some reason, we're not able to pick up the traction to get where we want to be with YouTube. It's fallen flat. So the switch to Twitch, we've already become an affiliate with Twitch. And they are more gaming focused. So we have made the switch to Twitch. What that means for our YouTube audience, you guys are seeing this 24 hours after we have gone live.
Yeah,
so,
and the latency and the delay on Twitch Live is just so much better than YouTube. It really is. From a live stream point of view. Purely from a live stream point of view.
I'm seeing some people that are saying that that they're getting lag. I apologize that you're getting lag. Maybe turn your view of us down as far as the quality, because we're streaming at 720. So
yeah, I've not seen any buffering, and I've got it on my tablet in front of me. My tablet's a couple years old.
Same here. So Sharman, thank you very much for the subscription.
Thank you very much, Sharman. Ouchie, you can't change it. Oh, what? We can't change it, or whoever's watching can't change it? Oh, right. That's No Moon has no choice, Ouchie. Yeah, you tell him, Ouchie girl.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what.
Get with the program. Get with the program. It's No Moon. Get with the program. Watch us in lower quality. If we go pixelated, you can still hear us. You know.
And we are.
I mean, you know. I know I have a face for TV, but I do have a voice for radio. So you know, you're still gonna hear me. You're not gonna miss out.
And that's what we are. We are a podcast. We just happen to, people wanted to see us doing the podcast, so that's why we moved to video.
Yes, exactly. And a 4-second delay is better than. I mean, on YouTube, it was the best we got was 7 seconds, and sometimes it would be 30. You know, I mean, sometimes it would go nuts just somebody leaving a Zoom call. So we'd have somebody on for incoming transmission. And you've been there on YouTube when it's happened. Somebody leaves the call and it just goes bonkers for like 5 minutes. And then it comes back to normal. So, yeah, there are lots of pros and cons. It's just that the Switch, there were more pros to making the transition to Twitch just from a live stream perspective. So.
Yeah, but honestly, the people who are listening to this on the podcast go, I don't care that you switched to Twitch. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's start talking about the game.
Yes, let's start talking about the game. I mean, what do you want to talk about first?
Well, I'm torn between the two. I'm torn between the two topics.
We'll pick one. And then I'll start the ball rolling.
All right. I kind of wanted to save Q&A for the second part.
Okay, let's talk about the awesomeness that is the Mandalorian then.
Okay. All right. We'll start with the Mandalorian. We have Cara Dune, Grief Karga, and the Mandalorian coming to the game.
Oh, yes.
We have Cara Dune already in the game. Mm-hmm. I've already unlocked her. I've already maxed her except for her Omegas. Got her to level 85. Totally missed my 5,555,555. I didn't get a chance to get that exact GP. I was trying to go for that.
Okay.
Totally missed it by a mile. Kind of sad about that.
Yeah, I got her. I got her straight away. I did the event across all 3 accounts. In fact, I am that much infatuated and enamored with the characters that are coming to the game from the TV show The Mandalorian that I went back to my 2 mothballed accounts that I haven't played in weeks just to do the events, so that if those accounts ever become unmothballed, or if I hand them over to somebody, at least they've got the Mandalorian characters at 3 stars and they don't have to start farming them from scratch. So I the Mandalorian made me open 2 other accounts, just to get Cara Dune on, because really, really good. Very, very impressed with her. And
that's the thing, Neil. That's the thing, because we have been clamoring if you will, for something like this. For, I could be wrong. I think that it's 3 to 4 months since we had a true marquee.
I'm trying to remember what the last marquee was. Last marquees were Hux and Fake Sith Trooper 2, weren't they?
I'm checking.
And then Finn and Poe. Those were the last 4 marquees. I'm sure they were. But they were they? Weren't they in December?
November, December, yeah.
November, December. I think those 4 were because we had Dora the Explorer Poe. We had Finn, Hero's Resistance. Then we had Hux, and then we had Fake Sith Trooper 2. Those were the last 4 marquees. I don't think we've had any new marquees since then. Unless if we're wrong, somebody will correct us in chat.
Yeah, but okay, so that was Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, but we knew that those characters were marquee for the Galactic Legend. We knew Galactic Legend was coming out at the beginning of December because they talked about it at the beginning. You know, they talked about it during the Q&A from December that they were bringing it out. So bringing those marquees in, we instantly knew, these 4 characters will be required for whatever this Galactic Legend thing is. And then obviously January through to March was them drip feeding us the information. But yeah, you know, screw episode 9. They've stopped. We know that that's no more. So let's get stuck into this because the Cara Dune was really, really good.
Okay, so That's No Moon says, wasn't it that we complained about marquees and then they just did legendaries and went Galactic Legends? Ha ha ha. Yes. And that was the problem. They stopped putting out characters for the everyman and put them out only for the 1%.
Yeah. For those that like to wail. Here's the thing. I do remember. I do remember 2018. That you know everybody remembers the 2018 marquee fatigue. Everybody remembers it. We got to the end of 2018 and it was one of the things that Carrie talked about. It was one of the things that everybody was talking about. Now, I'm pure free to play. I saw no marquee fatigue in 2018 because I'm pure free to play. So every single time I'm getting a free 3-star character, I'm jumping for joy. Whale, you got to remember that back in 2018 we had minnows, we had dolphins. You know, there were regular dolphins that would spend only, you know, $20-30 a month, but those $20-30 a month were going on the 2 or 3 marquee characters that came out every single month that were then upgradable from 3 to 4 stars with $10. I mean, look how many marquee characters we got before. Look how many marquee characters we got before Rogue One. I mean, nuts. I mean, my God, it was raining marquees. Actually, I just said something very important then. Before Rogue One came out.
Yeah.
They were releasing marquee characters from Rogue One before Rogue One came out. But yeah, I mean, all of the dark side characters from Rogue One, all the lights. I mean, I was in marquee heaven. The only marquee that I missed out on was Base. I was a bit gutted. I completely missed out on Base. I think I must have been on holiday or something on our own hiatus. But yes. But no, I am glad to see these marquees back because it just smells. It smells of legendary. I can smell the legendary in the air. I really can. I can smell the legendary in the air. I don't know about you, mate, but it's coming.
I see it too, and I really believe that it's going to be Moff Gideon.
You see, I don't. I still think. I do. I still think, and you've got to let me explain my logic behind this. I do think
that's what we do.
I think it's gonna be. I didn't think it was gonna be Baby Yoda, but I think it's gonna be Baby Yoda now. I think it is going to be the kid. And here's my logic. A lot of people are like, no, you can't have a kid. Oh, thank you very much, Spartan. Love you, buddy.
We'll get to those here in a second.
Right. Okay. So, my logic behind the kid. Cascade Fallen, thanks for the sub, mate. I will get to the end of this sentence. I promise you.
Just ignore it. Just ignore it.
Okay,
We'll get
push
to it.
through. I'm going to push through. Okay, so my logic behind. Okay, thank you. I can't not say thank you now. Right, okay, Conan Bunga. Thank you very much for the sub. Right, I will get to the end of this sentence. Okay, right, so my logic behind the kid coming to the game is quite simple. Anybody that's played DSA knows that we're currently going through an Incredibles event. Okay, now you're just doing it to wind me up. Who just cheered me? Who just cheered me?
The podcast doesn't care about that.
Right, okay, that's it. So, if you've played DSA, you know that The Incredibles is one of the current events. Now, in that is Jack Jack. Jack Jack is a baby. But it's a 5v5 villains versus hero. Think Jack Jack. So, Disney are happy. You're really starting to get. Disney are happy to put a baby in the game. So I don't think that CG have got, I think that CG are going to look at that, or that they'll have got something from Lucasfilm, and Lucasfilm have been like, no, you can put the kid in the game. We're happy for you to put the kid in the game. Because, Disney Sorcerer's Arena's just put Jack Jack into their game, and that's a baby. At the end of the day, we're talking about, fictional characters in a fictional world. So I think that because they're bringing out Mando. Obviously, Mando is not going to be the legendary character that we're getting all of these marquees for.
All right. So quick, thank you, Gaming Embers, for gifting to Kono, to Cascade, and to Spartan Easy. Thank you guys for that. We also had Dr. Feelgood cheer 100 bits, Ouchie cheered 10, and Schnarman cheered 100. What's going on for the listening audience is on Twitch, there is a thing called a hype train. People are going to be donating back and forth, trying to reach level 2 of a hype train. So thank you guys for all this. We will recognize you coming out of the next break. We're just going to continue to go beginning to end right now on this subject, but don't let the hype train die. You got 3 minutes left, and
hype
those.
Train.
So here we go.
I'll let my hair down. No, I won't. No, I won't. No.
Well, if we get to level 4, you'll do it. How about that?
Okay, if we get to level 4.
All right, if we get to level 4, you guys go.
Yeah.
All right,
and
here we go.
Ouchie, Jack Jack is a baby superhero. Baby Yoda is a space wizard. A 50-year-old space wizard. I don't know, God knows why we refer to him as Baby Yoda, because, people seem to forget that he is 50. But, yeah, no, that's what I think it's going to be. So we've got Cara Dune now. We know we're getting Grief Karga. I can't wait to see how his kit works with Bounty Hunters. I'm so looking for... And then we've got Mando coming, and I am hoarding crystals. I've never, ever, in 4 years of playing this, I have never hoarded crystals, but I am hoarding crystals so that I can buy 8. I will be able to afford 8 of those 1,299 crystal packs for the Mando. So it's going to be fingers crossed and pray to RN Jesus and sacrifice one of my children to the RNG gods. But one of those 1,299 packs gives me 330. So I get
Sorry,
to max
Megan.
out the Mando.
Sorry, Megan. I guess you're being sacrificed.
I'll sacrifice something else then. I'll find something else. I'll break something, or I'll burn something. I don't know. There's got to be something around here,
So, all right,
I want full Mando before.
Let's address that, Neil. Ouchie is right. Jack Jack is a baby superhero, and they showed him fighting in The Incredibles.
Yeah. A raccoon.
Yeah. I mean,
still a raccoon.
Nonetheless, so Baby Yoda, Lucas might have different values, and Lucasfilm is the one that gives the thumbs up or thumbs down right now to Disney, to Disney and to Capital Games. I mean, there was a keep that going, guys. There was a Cara Dune's kit, Grief Karga's kit, all that stuff was revealed on StarWars.com before CG even announced it.
That's because Disney and Lucasfilm are clearly they're pulling more than just strings at CG. But no, you know, so Jack fights a raccoon. He gets in, superpowers, blah, 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 blah. Baby Yoda stopped a mudhorn dead in its tracks and nearly killed Cara Dune, for God's sake. So you know, we're not talking about some weak, pathetic individual here. We're talking about, you know, pretty awesome space wizard. Space wizard.
As much as it's a space wizard, Neil.
Yeah.
You know, it's up to them to it's up to them to let them put Baby Yoda in there. Yeah. By the way, the Twitch chat just went crazy. They've hit level 3.
Yeah, level 3. You can stop there now.
No, you got to go to 4.
Stop there now. So I don't have to let my hair down. Stop the hype. Okay, so obviously we've had Cara Dune. Cara Dune is looking good. Cara Dune is looking very, very good. From what I've seen on the, from what I've seen from the produced content from the various different content creators, Cara seems to be better with Scoundrels than with. I mean, she's got the split. She can go with Rebels and she can go with Scoundrels, but people seem to be putting her with Scoundrels at the moment. Whether that trend persists after we get Grief Karga, I don't know, because I can see Grief Karga being put in. I mean, I'm really, really I'm just looking forward to expanding on my bounty hunters, because I'd like bounty hunters and the Mando and Grief Kargo with in a bounty hunter squad, because I really want to try Cara Dune with my CLS trio, because I think that she would be an awesome tank. You know, just see. So instead of going into GAC with your CLS trio, and you know, most of the time you'll do it. Now you can throw Cara Dune in there to taunt, and
with Bodhi Rook.
Yeah, and I've heard about this love affair between Bodhi and Cara. It's the tenacity up thing, isn't it? You know,
it is.
It's the tenacity up thing. It's because obviously if she's got tenacity up, and she still needs the Zeta though, because the tenacity up revive only works if she's got the Zeta. I'm correct in saying that? If she doesn't have the Zeta, Bodhi's tenacity up ain't bringing her back.
I mean,
so I've got an expensive. You know, it is an expensive Zeta.
Bodhi. I don't know about you, but I got a Zeta on Bodhi.
I haven't got a Zeta on, but no, not the Zeta on Bodhi. The Zeta on Cara.
Right.
Zeta's got to be on Cara. See, I've got two. Here's the messed up thing on my Horde account. I've got 2 Zetas saved up, and I was going to put one of them on CLS, but now I'm thinking I'm going all out on Mandalorian. I'm going to go all out on the Mandalorian, right? I'm going to put all sorts of stuff into it, and then I'm going to stream and do content on him. As a blast to CG, it's like, you've given us what we wanted, so now we're going to give you what we wanted, what you want, which is lots and lots of publicity about it. Okay, we need to hype the crap out of these characters, because if CG see us hyping the crap out of these characters, maybe they'll think, hey, you know what? Maybe we should have just given them what they wanted earlier, because they are publicizing the crap out of this game and they're PRing the crap out of the Mandalorian. That's good for us. So
thank you. Zaz says it's potency up, not tenacity for Cara Dune. So thank you for correcting us,
potency,
Zaz.
Yes.
And good to see you still in chat.
Thank you. Very much appreciated.
All right.
Okay.
So we got Cara Dune. We talked about Mandalorian in Grief Karga. Just you know, just barely there.
Yeah.
But let's hit them real quick. Grief Karga is going to be an awesome
leader.
He's going to be an awesome leader, but he's also a great support behind them, because he plays off of both sides of the bounty hunters. If you take him in versus bounty hunters and they get their contract, he helps out his own group.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bounty hunter on bounty hunter kind of
Action.
action.
It's
I
bounty
didn't
hunter
want
or
to use
bounty
the word
hunter
action.
action. Come on, just say it. You know. Innuendo does not break the PG family rating.
No, and that's not honestly
because
what I was going
because the
for
kids
there.
don't understand innuendo, but it's good for the parents. Come on, Shrek is loaded
I think
with
your hair
innuendo.
is safe, buddy. I think your hair is safe. 15 seconds left on that hype train.
Yes,
It's
my
not gonna
hair
get
is
the
safe. My
floor.
hair is safe. My hair is safe. My hair is safe. Take out that scrunchie.
I'm sorry. I'm
What?
sorry. It did get to 4 just
No,
now.
what? No. It doesn't
Okay.
say it. No. Show me.
It does say it. Go look on the stream.
Oh, for God's sakes. Nah. Okay, fine.
So, all right.
Hate you. I hate you all.
All right. While he's taking care of that, guys, we see a lot of the we see a lot of this play off of the other bounty hunters, and it's very awesome. I want Grief Karga a lot because of this. I really want Grief Karga, and I'm considering what I did for Embo. And that was my first time that I kind of wailed on something.
What, Embo?
Embo was my first wail.
Yeah.
It was partially thanks to Cascade, but nonetheless.
You see, I've never. I still have. You know, I'm never going to wail on something because I'll always be free to play. So that's not ever going to happen. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't take. Okay, I'm putting my wallet away, boys.
Force Ghost J says, "Now you look like Cara
Now
Dune."
I sort of look. I do not look. Cara Dune's got the undercut going. She's much prettier than I am. She is much hotter than I am.
So one of the things here's the big one that I really like of Grief Karga, and it's actually sweetened the deal. Dispel all debuffs on bounty hunter allies. It's his second special. All bounty hunter allies gain retribution for 2 turns, recover 25% health and protection.
God.
Doubled if they have a payout
Is that
active.
if they're in the leadership position?
No, this is just a special.
That's just a special. Oh my God! Can you
And
imagine that with a
allies-
Bosk leadership? Oh my God!
And then allies with payouts active also get tenacity up for 2 turns and 50% turn meter.
Okay,
So
tenacity up. Oh my God, tenacity. Whoa, hang on a
Boss?
minute. That Bosk lead with Grief Karga could do. My God, they could do Sith.
Yes.
If they're getting the tenacity up, Bastilla's debuffs ain't landing. They ain't doing squat. Oh, I so want this guy. Right, okay.
Now,
you know what? If it's just Ian is in chat, bugger off, get your ass into your account and start, theory crafting, buddy. Because I really want. I'm saving all my crystals for these guys. I really am. I just hope I can get them. I really do.
Well, here's the thing, though, and we're going to touch on Mandalorian really quick. Then we're going to go to a break, and we're going to then talk about the
awesome Q&A.
The Q&A.
Yeah.
All right. So the Mandalorian, I'm not impressed.
No? What?
I am.
How could you not be impressed? The disintegrations thing was awesome.
It's a disintegration.
Yeah.
I mean, you can only do the disintegrate. You can only do the disintegrate when he has critical chance up and critical damage up. He has to have both buffs.
Yeah. I mean,
If somebody ability blocks him,
throw him in a team with Greedo, it'll happen.
If somebody ability blocks him, he's not going to get those, and you will not have.
Well, you just got to put him with bounty hunters that are going to put those buffs on him.
Unless he gets ability blocked. You take an ability block thing, you don't have to worry about disintegrate.
Well, yeah, okay, fine. Then that's then perfect. The perfect need for a tenacity up from Grief Karga. The ability block ain't gonna land. Either that, or you just put tenacity.
I'm sorry.
You put tenacity up the wazoo on Mando.
Flair corrected me. He doesn't need both. I kept reading it as both. You're right. It says critical chance up or critical damage up. But still, nonetheless, he gets ability blocked, and the cooldown is 8. The cooldown is 8, and he has to have the payout, so you have to have a team that does the payout as well.
Yes, but it's an insta kill. It's another Nihilus. It's Rex's Rexulator doesn't kick in straight away. That doesn't make it any less impressive. Nest's Annihilate doesn't kick in straight away. Takes a bit of time. It's an insta kill. He has to have it, and that's brilliant. I just think that we're going to need to see what it's like maxed out, and like I said, the theory crafters need to get to work, because if the theory crafters get to work with the other bounty hunters, hopefully we'll come up with something pretty quickly. They will come up with something pretty quickly, and they'll be able to figure out what the best bounty hunter squad is that's going to get his disintegrate off as fast as possible, because it's down to the theory crafters to get to us as soon as possible the shortest route to disintegrate.
But still, a cooldown of 8.
Yeah.
You're going to have to start mixing Thrawn into there, and
I'm going to reserve judgment on that until I see him maxed out. Because we've only seen the Mando in the event, and we had to use you had to use Cara Dune and you had to use Mando. Okay, we don't know what Mando's capabilities are going to be until people start maxing him out and playing with him. So yeah, but put him in a squad where the cooldowns get reduced.
Still, I'm not
unimpressed.
Cooldowns get reduced. Okay, maybe. I don't think he's as strong as he should be.
Well, no, that I'm not going to disagree with you there, but we're talking about the beginning of season 1 Mando. We're not talking about Beskar Mando. They're saving that for when season 2 comes out. We are going to have more than one Mando. There will be more than one Mando. We've got to have full Beskar with the jetpack on Mando. And I don't
think we're going to get a second Mando.
You don't think we'll get a second? Oh, yeah, we'll definitely get a second Mando. We'll definitely get... come on, hey, wait, oh, hang on. I smell a wager. All
right, fine. You and I will work out the details of a wager during the break. We'll let people know what the wager is right after these messages from the Escape Pod cast.
The Escape Pod cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
Macias Modding Mayhem is the premier remodding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Macias will rebuild your roster from top to bottom and give you consultation on where to go from there. Macias has a 100% satisfaction guarantee and lots of useful additional services, including a full cleanup of your mods, loadout pages, PvP plans and more. Contact Macias today on Discord at all lowercase Macias number 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or at maciasmods@gmail.com. Macias Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Pod cast.
Did you know that if you signed up to become a Patreon, you could get tons of rewards? Force Ghost Scotty could do a roster review for you. Neil Andrew Ware could share Grand Arena tactics. Or Paul could even help you get maximum stars in Geonosis Territory Battle. And you even get access into the after show. Sound good? Sign up to be a Patreon today. For as little as $2 a month, you could unlock a ton of potential content and also get closer to the hosts. Head to patreon.com/The Escape Pod to sign up.
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and I approve this message and am compensated for signups for this service.
The world's largest audiobook library is at your fingertips, and the Escape Pod Castaways wants you to try it for free. Head on over to escapepodcastaways.com and click the Going Nerdy offer button to claim a free audiobook and 2 Audible originals. Cancel anytime, and it's absolutely free to sign up. Check out Audible and support the Escape Pod Castaways, all for free. See Audible website for details. Restrictions may apply.
Hey there, Padawans. Lego Llama here. I interrupt this regularly scheduled break to give you a quick vocab lesson. First, I must let you know that Paul, the Zed, and the Llama are big AFFLs. That stands for Adult Fan of Lego, by the way. And we, along with Neil, are playing Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed. Not only are they playing it, but Neil and Paul have been releasing a Lego Legacy version of the Escape Pod cast every week on their YouTube channel. Visit the channel for more information. Neil knew it. He is surrounded by AFFLs. See you on the web.
The Escape Pod Cast.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Escape Podcast. So I hope you enjoyed the hype train from the first episode. So we're into our second segment, and Paul, we have got to talk about... I'm not crying. What? I have no free-to-play tears for you today.
Right. Real quick, here's the agreement that Neil and I...
Oh, yes, that we talked about, yeah.
Okay, so our wager will stand until May 4th of 2021, whether or not another Din Djarin will come to this game, and either a Mandalorian or a named Din Djarin. If one is even announced by May 4th of next year, which gives them time for season 2 to play out and whatever. If another Mandalorian, now one thing we didn't say, playable character, correct?
Yeah, it's got to be playable, yeah.
Okay. Hey, if another playable Din Djarin is announced by May 4th of 2021, I will max Mandalorian Din Djarin. Otherwise, Neil will max Mandalorian Din Djarin.
So that's it. That's what we're doing.
All right.
Okay. So on to the Q&A. Can I? You got to let me do the QA because.
Okay. I will. But I'm just telling you that could possibly include Relic 15 and ultimate abilities.
Hey, that's fine. It'll take forever with me because I'm free to play. But.
All right.
Okay. So can we talk about the QA, right?
Yes. Let's go ahead and talk about the Q&A. So, there was a sandbox question. Read the question.
Oh
and read
God,
the
yeah.
answer.
No, the sandbox question was awesome. So we want a sandbox mode or a way to practice our teams against guildmate teams. Why won't you give us on the community? Why won't you give in on the community's top request? And the answer from CG Viking was, this is not only a popular request from players outside the studio, but is one of the most popular feature requests from players inside the studio. An engaging sandbox feature is an important part of the future feature set for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And while we cannot tell you exactly when this feature will be in the holo tables, this is the brilliant part, we can tell you with certainty that a plan for this feature is in the books, as the saying goes. How awesome is that?
Neil.
Yeah?
Look at the date.
What do you mean?
Look at the date on that Q&A.
Okay. Hang on a minute. All right. Okay. Hang on a minute. I'm a little bit confused. Everybody was going on. All right. Okay. I'm a little bit confused here because the date I'm looking at is October 2nd, 2019. So.
No, we're talking about the April 2020.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Here's
all right.
what.
Okay. Yep. No.
The answer.
Hang on. Sorry. Yeah. I clicked on the wrong one. So, okay. Is Sandbox in talks at all?
That's the one.
Blah
you need
blah
to
blah
read.
blah 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 blah. It's very expensive. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. There's nothing that we've seen that indicates that this would be a high engage. What? Okay, so 6 months ago, they're saying that this is the most popular requested thing from players inside and outside the studio, and that it's a certainty that they're planning for it. And 6 months on, CG Top Hat is saying that there's nothing that they've seen that indicates that this would be a high engagement feature. That makes no sense because 6 months ago,
guys, this what we're pointing out here, if you will, is we are quoting CG with their very own words
from October of last year.
From October of last year.
Oh, would you like to know what they said about raids in October of last year?
Well, I saw what they said about raids in April of this year.
Well, I'll give you the.
Refresh my memory. Exactly. You've got it verbatim.
I will jog your memory. Will we get any new content for ships to help give us some variety to the mode? Yes, yes, yes. Not
3
one,
yeses?
not 2, but 3 yeses. Our plans for the upcoming year include new ways to play and experience Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and in ways that includes ships. Additionally, you can expect ship battles to appear in the next epic confrontation, GAC, and yes, our upcoming raid. Brackets in the present plan. Now, you go down 2 more questions, and it says, will there be a new raid before the end of the year? Response, before the end of 2019? Sadly, no. In the first part of 2020, question mark, that's currently the plan. So, I'm just reading back questions and the answers to the raid and to the sandbox mode that were asked 6 months ago. And on both occasions, they said that they were in the plans with certainty. Regarding the raid, I mean, based off what we've seen in the most recent Q&A, I mean, what? Are they just going to bin 6 months of work? Because that's what it equates to. Them just binning 6 months of work on a new raid and a sandbox mode. Because they must have been working on it. So anyway, that was just me being a bit, you know, I just felt that we see the same questions and we almost see the same answers. I will give CG credit for one thing in this Q&A, and it is credit and it has to be given to them. I would rather get an actual answer to a question that I don't like than not get an answer to the question at all. It is more frustrating to ask a question and never get an answer. I'm of the ilk that, you know, if I ask a question and I at least get an answer, even if I don't like the answer, it's done. There's a line under it. You can, yep, I got my answer. The only problem with giving them credit for that is they've reneged and they've gone back on stuff that they effectively said they were going to give to us 6 months ago, or that they were at least planning for it 6 months ago. And all of the answers to the questions that I just read you were CG Viking answering. The questions this month were being answered by CG Top Hat. So if I was CG Viking right now in the office, and I saw CG Top Hat across the office, I'd be throwing some serious eye daggers right now, because CG Viking looks a little bit silly. Because I'm quoting him. I just quoted CG Viking, and everything that he said 6 months ago is now completely and utterly null and void because of something CG Top Hat has said. So, yeah.
It's very interesting.
I'm sure he's a happy chappy.
You know, I'm a little. I wanted to see this raid. Now I'm going to go back. You know, you said subject to change, and before.
Yes, everything is subject to change.
Yeah, everything is subject to change. The response to the raid question. Let me go back to it here. We've been working on something that we think will have a wider impact on the overall player base, and that they'll discuss it in more detail in next month's Road Ahead.
Okay, so we've got territory wars, we've got territory battles. You know, the big things. They're not giving us another territory battle because light side territory battle is still not working, and they've already said that they're not doing anything to it. So, no surprise there. Territory wars. I mean, they could do something to territory wars. There are not a lot of things that they could bring into the game other than a raid that would engage every single level and tier of player in this game, both free to play and pay to win. And let's not forget that their idea of content is different from what we think of content. Bringing in new characters to them is content. We could just be getting a month or 2 months of marquees, and that could be their idea of this is what we're bringing in to engage everyone. Because a marquee does engage everybody. Well, everybody over level 60 anyway. Because you still need to be. It is level 60. You still need to be over level 60 in order to enjoy a marquee event. They're saying it's the entire thing, so it would have to include. It would have to be something that does include those lower levels that have just joined guilds. So, a raid that a beginner guild can do at tier 1 is still a way to engage in, a new. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I'm more pessimistic than optimistic as to exactly what this announcement is going to be in their road ahead next month.
Now, the road ahead next month could come all the way at the end of the month.
No, they'll dump it on us on May the 4th because we'll get a bunch of goodies on May the 4th. We always get a bunch of goodies on May the 4th. I think that they'll do the road ahead on May the 4th because everybody will be too busy spending all the free goodies that they get on May the 4th to be overly concerned with a potential damp squid regarding the road ahead for next month.
As you said, I am optimistic for this. We could see it could be great. I'm sad that it's not a sandbox mode. I'm sad that we're not getting live PvP. Now, live PvP would essentially just become mirror matches all the freaking time. Maybe if they made it live PvP with certain restrictions, that'd be cool. But they're not going to do that. We could still be 5 months out from any sort of information that we're going to be getting about this whole new thing that they're going to be putting into the road ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Sorry. Just quickly for Run DMV. Damp squid. What does that mean? You know what a squib is? A squib is one of those things that explode. In the movie industry, the squibs that explode. Pop, 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 bang, bang, bang. So it's a damp squid so you're expecting something explosive and shocking to happen, but it's damp, so it doesn't go off, so you don't get it. So you're expecting a pop, an explosion, something to go, but it doesn't because it's damp. So. Sorry, just saw that in chat and had to explain what a damp squid was. A damp squib.
Yeah, squib, not squid.
Not squid, squib. Squib.
I'm sorry.
Yes. No, the we were talking about the road ahead, yes.
Yeah. But not just the road ahead. This whole Q&A. It stung to read it.
Yeah,
but
it
you
did.
know what? It even as much that it stung to read it, I'm excited that we ended up getting answers.
I mean they weren't the answers we wanted, but at least we've been given the answers now. So I will give CG credit for that. Did we get the answers we wanted? Hell no, we didn't. We did not get the answers we wanted on anything. Nothing. We got no answers on anything. No positive answers on anything that we wanted. I mean, I do have something from Reddit if you're happy for us to go through that, Paul.
Yeah.
So
we have to give credit. We're going to give credit where credit's due.
Absolutely.
Another own name from Reddit put this together. This is not our this is not what we compiled for this. But this was great that somebody basically put this. Okay, I'm going to bring up the count here. There were 21 general questions, 14 content questions, 4 mechanics questions, 2 bug questions, 3 quality of life, and 17 art/audio questions. We
ignore the audio. We ignore the art questions.
They did 16 points to know from all of this. So let's just go back and forth one by one here, and we'll cover these, but credit 100% to Reddit user Another Own Name.
Mm-hmm.
There are no plans, Neil, to rework Rose, Phasma, or any of the Galactic Legends characters that we were forced to relic and farm for the Galactic Legend event.
Oh no! So all of that investment in those characters. Oh, yeah. What a surprise. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to alternate them? Number 1, number 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
so
go
number
back and
2.
forth.
Number 2. Sandbox mode isn't happening because it's very expensive, and there's nothing that we've seen that indicates that this would be a high engagement feature. We know that is false.
Bullcrap. I'll say it for you.
Okay, you can say that. I'll be more diplomatic with my language. It's very expensive. Is not a good enough excuse when the game's made $1 billion, and there's nothing that we've seen that indicates that this would be a high engagement feature. Is rubbish because 6 months ago that they were acknowledging that this was the most requested bet change to the game, and has been for donkey's years.
It's very expensive. Then take $75 per hour to put this together, because you made $75 on each one of those atrocious packs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Number 3 that from Another Own Name was that 2 defensive fleets will be coming to GAC. Darn it. Just as I finished my negotiator or got my negotiator to 5 stars, so I have a negotiator on defense and a malevolence on offense. Spoiler alert. That's what you're going to see if you face me.
Number 4. They plan to split up Division 1. They are waiting for a critical mass of players before we commit to this task, which does kind of make that's nothing special. That's not them giving anything to us. That's them just simply acknowledging that everybody in the gap between the bottom of Division 1 and the top of Division 1 is widening to such an extent that they do need to make a cutoff.
Okay,
so
I'm 5.5. I'm facing a guild. Hello, 1-800-Druidia. You're our opponents this week at the Escape Pod Yavin 4. We're facing a guild with somebody with a 7 million GP. That's definitely a too wide of a gap. That is critical mass, CG. That is critical mass. That anything above 6.5 needs to go in its own division.
Yeah,
but
I think anything above 6.5, they just create a Premier League. Just create a Premier League.
Okay, but here's the thing, Neil. Anybody that's there, maybe they don't have enough people to, that they wouldn't be facing the same people. But I know you faced the same person at least twice in the past. And you're down in lower divisions.
Yeah,
happened.
A Premier League, you were. Excuse me. You sporting metaphors. Baseball teams, football teams, basketball teams. They play each other all the time because there's a cream of the crop and it's at the top, and they play each other over and over again. That's what would happen with a Premier League. They would play each other over and over again, but they're right at the top, so the rewards would be consummate with what they would have to do.
And they would be Division 0. They're working on a raid, number 5. They're working on a raid last year, but it got shut down and replaced with something else they'll announce next month. We've already talked about that.
Yeah,
Go on
number
to number
6. No Mace or other GR Jedi reworks coming. Next.
Number 7. No Mandalorian tag because it would be too confusing or debatable.
Number 8. No Zori Bliss or other event characters inbound.
Yeah, we're not gonna see Zori Bliss. No. By the way, once again, thank you to Another Own Name on Reddit. Much props to you for putting this list together. This was brilliant. Number 9. You did this to me. You'd made me do this. You
Yeah.
told me to start at number 1 in our pre-show. Okay, no plans to rebalance light side GOTB.
Yeah.
I'm going to stare at you, and you're going to know, CG, tune into the video version of this, and you'll see in my eyes what I thought of that.
Okay, number 10. No new Clone Wars characters inbound.
So no Hondo.
Well, Hondo was also Rebels, don't forget.
Okay.
So,
All
just
right.
wait and see.
And maybe we'll see him in Mandalorian.
Okay, yes, good point. Good point.
Yeah. They want to see Houndstooth disappear from the meta as much as we do. Much more specific faction tanks on the way.
Yeah, none of them would be good as
Are they going
Houndstooth.
Are they going to nerf Houndstooth once faction specific tanks come out?
Who knows? I don't really care about Houndstooth because I use Malevolence and Separatists. So, yeah. Houndstooth isn't that special against that makeup of team anyway, so I really don't care. Houndstooth is just annoying with anything. Sorry?
Force Ghost J also points out no Robo-Leg Maul.
Yeah, no Robo-Leg Maul. Yeah. No Clone Wars characters, guys. No means no. Okay? No means no.
Number 12, Neil.
They want to see Houndstooth number 12. If they use the dual format again, it will be changed next time. Because the dual format was so popular. Amongst people doing Galactic Legends, people raved about that dual format. They loved it so much.
It was great. It was absolutely great. It was very popular. Scissors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I watched the oh god, it was so funny watching Mobile Gamer just completely and utterly lose his mind. Just sat there clicking the same button over and over and over and over again. I mean, the definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different to happen. So he had, by definition, for 25 minutes gone mad because all he kept on doing was pushing the same button over and over again, expecting something different to happen, and then it didn't. And it was so funny.
Gaming Embers.
I'm not throwing
Embers.
shade. It just was funny.
Flair from Gaming Embers says it perfect. Instead of paper, rock, scissors, we're going to get paper, rock, scissors, lizard,
Yeah,
Spock.
no, that's exactly what it'll be. It'll be rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. They'll just throw 2 more options in there. So that annoying little grid, the 3x3 grid, will be a 5x5 grid. And there'll be one square dead center that you just hit over and over and over and over again. Go mad. You just go mad.
All right.
Okay, next.
So
13, mate.
There's no plans to upgrade from 4 to 5 dot mods because it's too complicated.
Curiously
it's
enough,
too complicated for me to say.
Yeah. Curiously enough, when I was going over the October developer Q&A, this one was in there. The question was the same and the answer was the same. Which does beg the question, why are they wasting our time answering questions that they know they've already been answered with the same answer to the same question? So I saw that and thought, hang on a minute. So they're not even looking at previous Q&As before proceeding with future Q&As. Just tells me that then, if any of them had gone, well, hang on a minute, has somebody checked? Have we got one of the interns? CG intern.
All right.
Copyright. I'm copywriting that before I move any. That's mine. CG intern is mine. CG intern is mine. Nobody else is allowed to use that. But
all right.
Yeah.
Once again, this is a list put together. This is not our list. Another own name put this list together. We thank him very much for putting this list together and publishing it to Reddit. So we're giving him absolute, we're providing commentary on the list. Yeah. But thank you for providing this to the community. Number 14, Neil, because we are running. We're
only select
only select
G12 pieces are salvageable for relic mats due to technical limitations. So yeah. Only select G12 pieces are salvageable. So not all G12 pieces, but select G12 pieces. So crap that you've got, you can't use because of technical limitations.
So,
that's a bad thing.
I think it was 3 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. They put a stickied thread called "What Info Guild Officers Want" or something like that. And in the response this time, they said, "Oh, we really need to go. We need to look at that. They scheduled a meeting in front of us in the Q&A."
Despite that thread being on the forum for like months.
Yeah, let me go look. Let me go look at it, when it was.
Okay, you go look at that, and I'll read the last. You go look at that, and I'll read the last one. 16. Release announcement are coming from StarWars.com now because Lucasfilm said so. And that is the Q&A in a nutshell from our good friend. Well, he's a good friend now. He wasn't before, but he's a good friend now. I didn't know who he was. Courtesy of another own name on Reddit. January
10th is when they put out what kind of data do guild officers want.
So it's been there for 3 months and they're only just realizing, oh crap, we put that up 3 months ago. Yeah, we should really go look at that and have a meeting about what guild officers want. So
okay, and now I want to address this. CG, we're only holding you accountable to what you've said.
Yeah.
An explanation.
You said this.
An explanation would be appreciated. Other than it's too expensive. An apology would be nice. I'm sorry we weren't able to bring you this raid. Instead of saying, oh, we think you'll like what you'll get next month. Hey, here's the way I would have responded to the question about the raid. Do you have it up in front of you?
What do you want up in front of me, mate?
I was going to say, do you have the question about the raid up in front of you?
Oh, from October?
No, from this month.
Oh, from this month. Yes, I do.
So read to me the question, and I will give you the response that it should have been.
Okay.
And then we'll throw the break and get good old Maurice.
Are there any new raids coming to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? We haven't seen many new guild activities in a while, and please make it hard.
While we do enjoy making things for all sorts of players, we unfortunately will not be able to continue to put a raid out as we initially planned 6 months ago. Instead, we rolled this technology over into a new style of game mode that we will be giving to you that we'll be giving more info to you next month on the road ahead. As far as the difficulty, this one, I'm going to speculate, it will be a tiered game mode to where all players can participate.
Yes.
There you go.
I don't like your answer, but thank you for apologizing, CG. CG Lego. I appreciate the answer. I appreciate the honesty. The apology is well received. I mean, don't get me wrong. It sucks that we're getting a new raid, but you're throwing yourself on your sword and pleading for forgiveness. Yeah, no, I'll take that. And let's hope that this new thing that you've been working on, when you should have been working on a new raid, is better than everybody's expectations for a ship raid.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you accept my apology, and we'll be right back with good old Maurice from Operation Metaverse right after these messages on the Escape Pod cast.
The Escape Pod cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
Hey there, Escape Podawans. Everyone's favorite llama here to remind you that the Escape Pod cast is on social media. That's right, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. So give us a like, give us a follow, and stay up to date on all things in-game and in the Escape Pod. Our account links are down in the description or on our Discord server in the Show Links channel. See you on the net!
Heinzie from the ANZGC is officially a member of the Escape Pod Castaways. Make sure you go and search for Heinzie on YouTube today because he live streams a lot of his GAC content, and not only does he do that, he also does some pretty fun videos from time to time, including a behind the screen and also streaming Jedi Fallen Order. And from time to time, this idiot might drop by. Head on over and check out Heinzie today on YouTube, a part of the Escape Pod Castaways network.
Back to school. The Escape Pod, cast for kids. It's really cool.
Hello, Escape Padawans, and welcome back to Storytime with the Llama and the Escape Pod Cast for Kids. This week on Faction Facts, we are continuing right along with the Sith Empire faction. Now, there are 7 characters in this faction. Darth Revan, who's available in the Scourge of the Old Republic Legendary event. Darth Malak, who's available in the Starforge Showdown Epic Confrontation. Now, a note about this is you will only unlock him at 5 stars in the Epic Confrontation. You also have to purchase his shards from the Guild event store. Bastila Fallen is available on Darkside Hard Node 7A. HK-47 is available in the Squad Arena store. Sith Empire Trooper is available on Cantina Node 8B. Sith Assassin is available on Cantina Node 6C. And the Sith Marauder is available on Cantina Node 6E. Now, the major leader for this squad is going to be your Darth Revan leader. His leadership ability makes all Sith Empire allies immune to turn meter reduction when they have debuffs. They also gain plus 10% critical chance and plus 15% speed for each debuff they have. They gain 5 stacks of ferocity for 2 turns at the beginning of their turn. At the start of the battle, Sith Empire allies have a plus 50% critical damage. At the end of each turn, if an enemy falls below 50% health, they inflict Death Mark on the enemy leader for 1 turn. Now, there also is another Tunin in this group that has a leadership ability. It's HK-47, and his leadership ability is really directed towards droids. So if you didn't want to use him in a Sith Empire team, you could use him as a leader with several droids and throw them on defense. It's a really, really great team. Now, a big reason as to why this team is so powerful is because Darth Revan and Bastila Fallen will inflict fear on their enemies. Now, when an enemy has fear, they miss their next turn completely. They can't use any abilities, and they can't evade attacks. They also increase all of their cooldowns by 1, and when they come off of fear after they attack for the first time, they get critical chance down, their speed falls, their offense falls, so it's a really, really good debuff that gets placed on the opposite team, and it really kind of immobilizes the team and breaks it down and makes it pretty ineffective. Major uses for this team are going to be in territory battles. You can use them in both the Geonosian territory battles and in the Hoth territory battles. They're great for combat missions. You can also use them in territory war and in Grand Arena Championships. They're great on offense, they're great on defense. They're just a really, really good, strong team. Now, for Grand Arena Championships, if you are going to use your Sith Empire team, it really kind of depends on what you are trying to leave your options as. So it's really important to study your opponent, see what kind of teams they have. If you're able to look up your opponent's history, and they tend to use Old Republic on defense, a Karth-led Old Republic team, you can save your Malak. Malak can actually solo that team, and you can, use Darth Revan, you can use Bastila Fallen, HK-47, Sith Empire Trooper, and Sith Marauder as a team on defense, or you can keep them for offense. So there's a lot of versatility in this team, and like I said, they're just a really good, strong team to have, especially for territory wars and for Grand Arena. A lot of guilds will do, a Darth Revan wall to try and stop the opponent from getting into the back areas. So, like I said, they're a good, strong defensive team, and they're great on offense as well. Now, they are hard counters for Jedi Knight Revan teams, and you can also use them in mirror matches. They're more successful in mirror matches without Malak, just because his kind of mechanics, you'll stall out a lot of times. And they are really a soft counter for most teams. Definitely not Padme. Padme led teams they just kind of destroy Darth Revan. And General Skywalker, it's hit and miss, but they really are soft counters for most teams. Don't forget, I want to hear what suggestions you have for factions I should cover next. Drop a comment down below, or on our Discord server, send me a message. I really want to hear what factions you guys love and want to hear about. That's all for me. Tune in next week for more story time with the llama and the Escape Pod Cast for Kids.
Macias Modding Mayhem is the premier remodding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Macias will rebuild your roster from top to bottom and give you consultation on where to go from there. Macias has a 100% satisfaction guarantee and lots of useful additional services, including a full cleanup of your mods, loadout pages, PvP plans and more. Contact Macias today on Discord at all lowercase Macias number 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or at maciasmods@gmail.com. Macias Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Podcast.
The Escape Podcast now offers our faithful listeners a way to show their support via merchandise. Declare your allegiance to Team Paul or Team Neil with official shirts. Get a story time with the llama button or magnet. Or just represent the show by getting an official logo hoodie. There are now even Team Scotty and Team Heinzie options available too. Become an official Padawan today. Check out the merch at escapepodcastaways.com.
Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Escape Podcast. This week's guest on our incoming transmission needs no introduction whatsoever, but since Paul is so good at doing them, I'm going to let him do it anyway. So, Paul, take it away. Why don't you introduce our wonderful guest for today?
Hailing from Operation Metaverse, this man can do the worm unlike anyone else. He can also do the whale, which you will see on an RSG stream near you anytime soon. All you have to do is ask. He is a good friend of the show. He is an awesome individual. I am honored and privileged to call him a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome good old Maurice to the show.
Doing? What's up, gentlemen?
Hello, buddy. Or should I say hello, governor?
Hello.
Hello, governor.
All right, so let's start out with the big wave, the big news that you caused, that you and Team Money caused last week. You decided to show this meta-breaking team that you could get around a Galactic Legend Ray by using a Watt Tambor with fives.
Yeah, basically, and it was a meta-breaking team that was broken. So, to think that our video caused them to immediately change it is probably unrealistic. But it's just as soon as that video came out, I think it was just a coincidence. They did indeed make a post about the interactions. And it was kind of messed up. I think their intentions with it were good. That they tried to make it to where, the Galactic Legends would target fives so the opposing clones couldn't get their boosted stats from him dying. Because that's why gas versus gas is so easy, because they just kill somebody and then fives dies and it's easy pickings from there. So, I don't know. It was broken. You can basically put the tank tech. Watt goes first, even in front of all the Galactic Legends. He puts the tank tech on fives, and then you have fives and gas taunting, and the opposing team would just target fives consistently, and they could not kill him and just leave gas just running amok and just basically killing the whole team. So it sucks that they fixed it, because it was a very easy, feasible counter, but at the same time, it's it's kind of to be expected, right? Any new character that comes out, if
But
something beats
it cannot be a coincidence that you guys put out this video and 30 minutes later, I don't even think it was 30 minutes, they put out a post about it.
Yeah, Crumb did put that post out really, really quick. There were people live streaming at the time, because I was watching someone live streaming, and it became part of the discussion. Like very shortly after your stream and the post, it became part of, you became part of the discussion. Oh, did everybody see the post? What? And then people started bringing it up on Twitch. It's like, yeah, this post has only just been put up because Operation Metaverse just showed everybody a way to beat a way to beat the new Galactic Legend Ray, and that they're already talking about monitoring it so that they can get rid of it. So yeah, you became, Operation Metaverse were, part of the discussion, and everybody was just, everybody was a bit annoyed that they picked up on it so quickly.
Now, who was the credited person that brought this to you guys?
It was, I'm going to butcher his name, but it's Labak Limondale is the guy whose video we saw. We did practice it a few times, but that's how easy this was. Like T-Money was like, hey, he shared it with us. Check this out. We watched the video. We tried on a Zoom call like we're on now, twice. Lost, and then we got it, and then that was it. Like it literally took 3 tries to get this team right. That's how easy it was. Everyone could have done it, which I know would be very helpful for a lot of you guys, because the way they did these Galactic Legends is kind of skewed the matchmaking a little bit. The 2 abilities, it's kind of, they're not near the GP they should be. So people are facing them that don't have them. So that would have been very helpful, and that was the goal. Like, to try to help people, because everyone needs arena, whether you like Grand Arena or whether you like TW, that's irrelevant. Everyone needs to get their place in arena. So, people were upset, people were having trouble with it. So we tried to help, and then lo and behold, no more. Shut that down. It's no different though than like Palpatine when Malik came out. Palpatine was beating Malik. They're like, oh, this isn't right. And they changed it. So it's kind of to be expected. Something was going to get nerfed.
It just always seems, yes, I can see it wasn't working as intended, but did they make any make good for people that had Galactic Legend Ray? I don't think they did.
Well, she's tougher to beat now. So
she's tougher to beat now, but what about all those lost crystals? What about all that lost time? What about all that investment for the 1%, for the people that paid to get her?
Yeah. Well, they get to play one less arena battle a day now because some guy with gas and watt isn't beating his team anymore. So I'm not sure. It just they change stuff all the time, and like the Q&A, I know is a hot topic this week. Just nothing really surprises me, right? Like I haven't come to expect. Nothing surprises me. I guess I'm getting kind of numb, which is good and bad. But I don't know. It's just, they've got Ray, man. They don't need any compensation for that. I guess the people that have Ray are in good shape now. Back to the drawing board. Back to your JKR teams.
Yeah, it was just. It's just that they didn't test these meta shifting characters like Watt, like Enfys, like like Palpatine with the Palp train. What would happen? The world would go nuts if Gear 13 Ewoks could beat a Galactic Legend Ray.
Yes. Yes, but the thing is, I don't think they would change the Ewoks because everyone has their Ewoks just good enough to get 3PO, with the exception of the Ewok fanboys and girls. Like they have them, but for the vast majority of us don't have very good Ewoks. So they would actually make money off Ewoks being a viable counter. So they would let that stick. If I had to guess, so I don't know. It just. But I don't know. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Now that it's been nerfed, you guys, T-Money and I were talking about this last. You guys feel like we should take that video down as it's dated and it might be misleading now? What do you guys think we should take it down?
It's a part of the historical records. You don't take that down.
Put it in the archive.
That is you know, I mean, I'm just trying to think. Did they nerf something, or did they fix Ray?
They fixed Ray.
Okay, so you need to leave that video. I would leave that video up, but put a disclaimer in the but put a disclaimer in the comments. You know, this was, you know, this was something that happened, and as a direct result of this happening, they fixed Ray, so this counter no longer works. But for the 30 minutes we were broadcasting it, it did work. Or for however long.
Proof.
30 minutes. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe tweak it up a little bit, because
that tells people that you not only do you come up with counters to OP teams, but CG watch you so that they can fix the counters that you broadcast on your channel.
And you guys mentioned testing. I really hope they tested these 2 new bounty hunters and Kara. I think these 3 characters have real potential to mess stuff up. We talked about that in our stream last night. I think there's a lot of raid breaking mechanics with these payouts and stuff. We could be for some more nerfs coming or changes, AI changes.
That's exactly what Neil was saying about Grief Karga and the tenacity up.
I think it could make bounty hunters a feasible counter to it with him in it. It could potentially make bounty hunters a feasible counter to Sith Empire, to Darth Revan and Bastilla teams.
Yeah, they're scary. They look really good, but I mean, I'm not saying they're not. I'm a little terrified they are going to be broken either for or against. I mean, the Grief is such a complex kit, and it applies to every single bounty hunter character. There's chances it might not work right. It'll be real difficult to pinpoint. You know, if you're just using it, it'll be real difficult to see if it's working right, like with all the passive bonuses and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's
I'm really looking forward to trying Grief Karga with a Bosk lead, because the bonus protection and health with a Bosk lead and that passive, that unique from Grief. Oh my God! The tiniest tap on your opponent and boom.
Yeah.
Health and protection back again. You know, just getting, just having. I mean, I would probably argue for. I would probably argue for Bosk up front and then bounty hunters that have got AOEs, because all you're gonna need is you don't need all 5 characters of your all 5 of your opponents to be hit. You just need 1 or 2, and then boom, health and protection back again. You're back to square one. So I think you're right. I mean, have they tested it? Probably not. Probably hasn't been tested. So there's going to be loads of fun to be had with these 3 characters from a theory crafting perspective, and I hope that once all 3 are out, and because I'm making a beeline for you guys, and I'm making a beeline for Ian. I hope that once he's got all 3, he just does a 2-hour live stream. It's like, right, let's find out what these bad boys can do.
And I think that the 2 bounty hunters, maybe not Kara, but the 2 bounty hunters, I think they're going to be totally usable at 3-star. I think the way their kits are, if you can get those payouts quick enough, you mentioned like a Bosk lead, and then you've got Grief giving even more health and protection. I think if you get those payouts quickly, then Mando's going to be able to disintegrate. His disintegrate works the same at 3 stars as a 7. So I think these characters are going to be a nice treat for like the free to play community. It's Kara, you might need to put some goods into to really get the most out of her, but I think it's gonna be a real fun time. It's gonna make Grand Arena and 2W pretty fun, even for the smaller guilds and players.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to try them in GAC, because I was about to say I'm a low division. I'm only Division 9, but I'm not. I'm actually going to be Division 8 in the next GAC. So I'm still Division 8 at the moment. Sorry, Division 9 no, I am Division 8, but I'll be moving up a division. So yeah, I want to have some fun with lower people and these marquee characters. I just want to have some fun with them, and I'm hoarding crystals so that I can roll the dice and have 8 goes to see if I can get a 330 on the Mandalorian.
All right, so let's play. Yeah, I'm sure we're all guys here, and I know we have some ladies in the audience, but we're all guys here. We've all played the FMK game, the blank Marry Kill game, right?
Yes.
Instead of FMK, What I'd like to play is Whale, Dolphin, free to play. You've got the 3 kits. You've got the 3 characters that are here. Which one will you whale on? Which one will you dolphin on? And which one will you just do free to play? Neil, if you were a whale, what's your order?
Oh God, if I was a whale, it's Mando. I'm whaling on Mando.
Mando's your whale. What's your dolphin and who's
my
your
dolphin would be my whale would be the Mando. My dolphin would be Grief Karga, and my free to play would be the lovely Miss Dune.
All right, Gom.
Mine's actually the exact opposite. Mine would be whale, the lovely Miss Dune, probably dolphin, Grief, and then free to play Mando.
You're very close to me. I'm whale on Grief, dolphin on Kara, and free to play Mando. I'm not too impressed with the Mando kit.
You're not.
Are we in the same boat?
It's not that I'm not impressed with it. I just, like I said, it's his disintegrators. I feel I haven't got to test him or anything, but I feel like his disintegrator is going to work the same as a 3-star, gear 8 as he will 7-star gear 13 with relics. It's all dependent on the contract and who your leader is and the supporting cast and having everything clocked properly. 1, 2, 3 contract. Then it's Mando's turn. He just disintegrates somebody. So I'm hoping he works at 3-star because I'm not going to wail on him. That's for sure. The kit's good. I think his leadership is a little underwhelming.
All right, and Llama. I was meaning that we as guys knew that game right off the bat, not that it's a bunch of guys in the chat and listening to the show. We know we have a diverse audience. That is what I was saying. I love you, Llama. Thank you for being a moderator and our social media manager. She just rolls her eyes at me. All right.
That's what she's doing. She's rolling her eyes and tutting you at home right now. She's going.
Yeah, exactly. So Maurice, you guys have recently done a lot of workshops. You've been doing your Patreon workshops. You also helped out Hive of Scum and Villainy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been their guilding community has been a big supporter of the show for a long, long time, and we it's been a couple months, so we might have to do a makeup one too. But yeah, we generally once a month we go in there and have like a Q&A. This time it was kind of counters, how to handle Ray and Kylo. It's tough. It's tough because there are a lot of counters. There's a lot of, it's all the same principle, but just lots of options, and it's tough to help the masses. And so if any of you guys are watching from the Hive, do message me with your exact teams. I think I can be a little more specific. But yeah, we do workshops, monthly workshops, usually focused on like a team, a counter, maybe some modding strategies, just kind of a real general topic. They're usually 20 to 45 minutes long. We do those once a month. Sometimes we do them twice a month. And then, just do the streams. We've got other sort of sometimes we'll do like a unlisted Twitch show because we do have a Twitch channel. It's just not we don't use it, but sometimes we'll do our grand arenas and stuff on there. I don't know. Everyone else does such a good job with streaming their grand arenas. Her and I are pretty competitive, and so we don't really stream our grand arenas too often, but every once in a while on Twitch we do that for people too. So it's been busy. It's been busy over there lately. Our schedules are freeing up a little bit due to the quarantine, stay-at-home orders. So she's made 2 or 3 videos the last couple of weeks. We made the one we talked about already. We stream every Thursday. Last night's stream was really good with Vance Seal. If you guys mentioned those bounty hunters, he's got a lot of good ideas that he talked about last night.
So of the are you a believer in the Barad-dûn, the Bodhi Rook combo? Are you a believer in this combo?
So I didn't know last night. Desi actually brought it up in our chat. Somebody that's watching the show, she brought it up, and it's interesting. I think that the problem with that is I think it's very, very. They have nice synergy together, but you can only have what are you going to do? What are you going to kill with a team full of support characters? You really need to get some offense out of that, and that's you put Bodhi in the team. Yeah, it's great for turn meter manipulation, but who's going to do some damage? Who's going to be your leader? Especially, and who's going to do all this?
Well, on a CLS team, on a CLS team. You got CLS, you got Han, you got Chewie, you got Bodhi, you got Kara.
Yes, but okay, but the addition of those two, what is that team going to beat that it doesn't already without them? Is the question. Like, are they going to be able to beat something extra? Like, are they going to be better versus Darth Revan? Are they going to be able to beat Gas? You know, like, if it's just better at beating the same stuff, I don't know.
Does it lessen the counters, I guess?
If not defensively, it could, I guess. You mean if you were to put them on defense?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would be cool. That would be. I think Kara's going to be a nightmare. That 2-turn, 50% turn meter removal AOE is ridiculous. That's one of the best moves in the game. 2-turn cooldown. That's just silly. 177 base speed. That's put her under CLS lead. She's going to counter, taunt constantly, get turn meter from CLS. Yeah, I can see that being a nasty defense team. Bodhi Rook, though, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth. I don't know.
Hey, I got a Zeta on him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think there's like 7 Zetas, Bodhi Rook, and all of them have been some sort of charity bet, lost a bet, sort of. I don't know. Did you lose a bet?
Yeah, the ANZGC beat me in Cubs Fan Hans tournament.
Yeah. Well, so hey, I hope so, man. For your sake, you can put that Zeta to use. I hope so. I'm pulling for you now. So
I hope so too. I hope so too. What you got, Neil?
No, I'm just wondering what Gon thinks about the Q&A.
Well, last night I tried to do something funny with it. It was a complete fail, but like basically tried to cover the Q&A in 90 seconds. I went through and listed all of the topics they talked about and how they all fell into the no, not at this time. Just kidding. We changed our mind sort of category. Like it wasn't, I don't know. They just basically answered a bunch of questions with no. They changed I think the raid is what has everybody the most upset.
The raid in the sandbox.
Yeah.
Raid in the sandbox, because 6 months ago they were talking about bringing it into the game.
Yeah,
and they've done a complete reversal from the Q&A from October of last year.
You know, Neil, that kind of reminds me. They did apologize in the Q&A.
Where?
They did apologize in the Q&A. When somebody said, now that you've seen that people aren't enjoying the light side territory battles, are you going to change it? I'm sorry you're not enjoying it. No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that is an apology. Yeah. It's it's one of those sorry, not sorry. That's what it is. That's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of a Twitter. Sorry, not sorry.
Yep.
That's all it was.
So
Sorry, not sorry.
I take it back. They did apologize.
Yeah, but you know, it's like, oh, you didn't like it. Oh, smallest violin in the world playing just for you. We're sorry.
That's how I felt.
It conjures up visions of the South Park episode with Cthulhu in it, where that BP does BP creates a disaster and releases Cthulhu, and then they release this video that's, we're sorry. It's like, yeah, but we know you don't mean it. And they just keep saying, yeah, but we're sorry. It's like, doesn't matter. You can say sorry as much as you like. We know you don't mean it. It's like, do they really, that saying sorry you don't like it, but no, is not a meaningful apology. As far, in my opinion, in my humble opinion.
Well, I mean, I don't like the news, but if I could attempt to be semi-optimistic, they gave us 0 details on the raid, right? So no one, like, you guys remember the tank raid came out, how they hinted that Jawas and Ugnaught are going to be useful, and people like preemptively leveled up these characters. There was no information about it. Nobody really wasted resources on characters anticipating something. So I mean, I guess, yeah, but the sandbox mode was kind of shocking because they answered at great length in previous Q&As about their intentions of doing it, and we see how popular it is. The raids were just little brief, like 1-sentence blurps of information, like teases, but they actually went into some detail on the sandbox mode, and then just, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, just to reiterate, this is what they said. I've got it. I'm not. Hang on. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at the wrong one. I have the. I'm just going to bring it up in front of me and literally read you verbatim exactly. I mean, I guess it's 2 different people. So I mean, it wasn't Top Hat that was answering the. It wasn't CG Top Hat that was answering the question. Back in October, it was CG Viking that was answering the the question back in 2000 and back in 2019. That's who was answering it. This time it was CG Top Hat. So the question was asked, we want a sandbox mode or a way to practice our teams against guild teammates. Why won't you give us the community's top requests? CG Viking said, this is not only a popular request from players outside the studio, but is one of the most popular feature requests from players inside. So even the devs themselves want a sandbox mode. And this is straight from CG Viking. An engaging sandbox feature is an important part of the future feature set for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and while we cannot tell you exactly when this feature will make it to the holotables, we can tell you with certainty that a plan for this feature is in the books, as the saying goes. CG Viking, October 2nd, 2019, 6 months ago. And then you look at what Top Hat is now saying, and basically it's very expensive, and he had the gall to say there's nothing that we've seen that indicates that this would be a high engagement feature. Of course it would be a high engagement feature, because it's the single most asked for thing within the community. So once we get it, people are going to go nuts on it, and
we're not going to get it.
But we're not going to get it because CG Top Hat is saying that we're not going to get it. 6 months ago, CG Viking saying we are going to get it.
Yeah.
Top Hat saying we're not going to get it.
Yeah, we covered that. It just.
I mean, that's got to annoy the crap out. Something like that has to annoy you, Gom, as much as it annoys me.
Well, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier in the show. I've just become kind of numb to everything they say. I take with a grain of salt. Once we get something confirmed, like these kits for these characters, then we can talk about it, get excited, get pissed off. I don't really get upset at the Q&As. I've come to expect little to nothing from them. If you guys even made it to the audio and art section, it was some of those questions. Come on, those things clearly look to be coming straight from the inside office at CG. Nobody asked those questions.
It was the same answer. It was the same answer every single time in the audio question. We used what Lucasfilm gave us, or I turned the volume down and made it backwards.
Okay, have you guys ever submitted a question for one of these? Okay,
I submit a question. I submit a question every Q&A.
Or anybody in the chat? Okay, the Jango Fett blaster sound is one of the most iconic and satisfying audio clips in the game. What are some of the audio files you most enjoy creating, and what are some you look forward to in the future? I don't think any of you guys that are watching the stream would ask a question like that.
I could see an audio file do that. I could see an audio file doing that, and I could agree with it. I could agree with that question, but I could see an audio file going ahead and saying that.
There's so many other pressing issues in the game, not Jango Fett's blaster sound. I don't think that's the top priority. I don't know. Perhaps you're right. At least they were answering questions. They all were answered with no, but at least they weren't dodging questions.
All right.
Mandalorian tag, not getting that. That was something I was kind of hoping for. That was a no. Reworks to Jedi, no. New Clone Wars characters, no. Reworks to First Order and Resistance characters, no.
All right.
They already got your money, Gom. Why would they rework a character that you've already spent money on? You've already taken that character to Relic 5, Relic 7. It's like, dude, we already got your money. Why would we rework the character? I'm just waiting for, Cubs to do the skit. Because that's what he'll do. He will do. I want him to do. I really, really wanted to do a burn-worthy skit on this. It's like they asked for what? They asked for reworks of the characters. Yeah. We'll just tell them no, because they already bought it. So what? There's no incentive for us to rework it. There's no more money that can be spent on the character.
So, all of this, I guess we're just optimistic that they knock our socks off next month. This to me is the breaking point of the game. Am I wrong for thinking that, or am I dead on, Gom?
The breaking point for the game because of the Q&A?
Because of the Q&A. is Mandalorian and whatever comes out next month, as far as the road ahead, is this the turning point for the game? Will they continue to go down the hill, or can they stop before the cliff? Do you think this is it this year?
Well, to think, yeah, I mean, I guess, because they said we have something exciting. Sorry, guys, no raid. We have something exciting we think you'll like. I think a lot hinges on that, and it better be good. Me and a huge majority of player base, I really enjoy new raids, figuring out with the guild, struggling, losing, not being able to finish it, learning with your friends, and that's my favorite part is the raid. When the first month of the raid comes out, I love those times. And it better be damn good. Whatever they come out with, that's going to be better, more important than a new raid. So I think you're right. I think if it does come out and it's something corny and cheesy, I think that will irritate a lot of the player base.
Oh God, hell yeah, it will. Yeah. I mean, if it doesn't have a blue and red cape on it with a great big S on it, people are going to be annoyed. If this idea doesn't have adamantium claws, people are going to be really, really perturbed, and they will vent. And it's we'll have, if it's not as good, if it's not something as good as a new raid, we're going to have another bloody Exodus like we did when Malik came out and like we did when the Relics came out. We don't need Exoduses right now. We need infusions of players.
We need engaging PvE content. We got a new TB, but that's really not that engaging. It's just infuriating. It's very difficult. You go in there, all your best characters get 2 of 4 phases, get irritated, want to quit. So we need something. Yeah,
I'm sorry you're not enjoying it,
yes.
But we're going to keep it the same.
Well, I mean,
what we're running low on time here because we have to. We have we're trying to wrap up before 10 o'clock Central. What do you have coming up on Operation Metaverse in the near future?
Well, we focused on the bounty hunters last week with Vance Seal. More than likely focus on Kara herself, assuming we don't get any new characters. Probably next week's stream will be pretty much on the lovely Miss Dune, as Nev called her. Some rebel side action, some scoundrel action, and hopefully we get our hands on these characters. They are usable at 3-star. We can get out some cool content. They might not beat the meta teams, but perhaps Mandalorian and Grief at 3-star can beat Grievous or something. An A- team. So that would be helpful. We'll try to get some content out regarding the new character soon.
All right. For those that are listening and don't look at show notes, how do people find you?
You can find us over at YouTube at Operation Metaverse. We stream Thursdays, 10:30, 10 or 10:30. It alternates weekly. And then, that's really about it. I'm on Saturday mornings. I'm on the Jedi Academy quite often with Nev, the guy above me here. He joins us there for the Jedi Academy question and answer show. And then Sunday nights, I do a stream with my old buddy Ramon Azab over on his channel, the Alliance Live Show. That is Sunday nights at 10:30 p.m. EST.
All right. Neil, anything else for Gom?
No, just looking forward to see what you do with the lovely Ms. Dune
she's awesome.
Over the weekend, mate. I'm looking forward to that. I'll be tuning in to see what kind of a abuse and misuse you put that character through with Rebels and Scoundrels.
So sadly, you don't have those test accounts still.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
All right. So, guys, coming up in this break, George Lucas wasn't happy himself with the original versions of Star Trek, and he re-released special editions of all 3 of the original trilogy. Well, Hellenix was not happy with the original version of Helly and the Noob that aired last week. So stay tuned for a special encore special edition of Helly and the Noob coming up in this break. And then when we return, we will do Patreon's Choice. Gom, thank you so much for showing up.
Thank you very much,
so much for coming on.
Thank you, guys. Keep it up. You're doing a great job.
Really appreciate it. We'll see you guys on the other side of this break right here on the Escape Podcast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
Macias Modding Mayhem is the premier remodding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Macias will rebuild your roster from top to bottom and give you consultation on where to go from there. Macias has a 100% satisfaction guarantee and lots of useful additional services, including a full cleanup of your mods, loadout pages, PvP plans and more. Contact Macias today on Discord at all lowercase Macias number 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127 or at maciasmods@gmail.com. Macias Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Podcast.
Does your guild want to tap into their full potential in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah! For as low as $1 a month per guild member, your guild can unleash the power of the game in ways you never thought possible. Ooh. Track your arena movements, guild progression, and much, much more. Contact ShittyBill and get one of his shitty bots on your server today. Just look for him on our Discord server and tag or message him for more information. The link for our server is below in the description. Shitty bots, don't let the name fool you.
Did you know that if you signed up to become a Patreon, you could get tons of rewards? Force Ghost Scotty could do a roster review for you. Neil Andrew Air could share Grand Arena tactics. Or Paul could even help you get maximum stars in Geonosis Territory Battle. Ah, and you even get access into the after show. Sound good? Sign up to be a Patreon today. For as little as $2 a month, you could unlock a ton of potential content and also get closer to the hosts. Head to patreon.com/theescapepod to sign up.
Warning. The following content may contain some material not suitable for younger or more sensitive audiences. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
And now time for something completely shameless.
All right, Neil. We're ready to decouple the fulcrum on our end.
Roger that, Helenix.
Hey, man. Thanks again for giving us the spare parts we need to get the Swallow back up to full operational capabilities. Not only did you guys help us rewire all 5 of the engineering terminals, but your help got most of our systems operating even better than before. You boys truly are lifesavers.
Oh, it was nothing, Helly. You'd have done the same for us, mate.
Nah, man, you guys went above and beyond. You welcomed us as your guests for nearly a full week. In fact, Noob took quite a liking to Scotty, it would appear. I think meeting him in the flesh did a lot of good for his logic circuits. Dare I say, he seems to be operating without any glitches since we closed out episode 60 for you guys.
Well, you tell that rusty old clanker his friends on the Millennial Fulcrum think he's an extremely well put together little droid.
I will, Neil. And if I could ask you to send Paul my gratitude once again. Oh yeah, tell Scotty, welcome back to the land of the living.
Will do, mate. Okay. Releasing our end of the docking rings in 3, 2, 1...
And we are clear. Fulcrum, you now have plenty of room to maneuver and head off into hyperspace.
All right, Helly. Ta-ta for now, mate.
Newbie, you heading up to the bridge, bud? The co-pilot's chair is waiting for you.
I have arrived.
So, you ready to continue our adventures?
Yes, I am ready whenever you are.
All right, Newbie. Let's plot our course out of the Kashyyyk system and get our...
Before we jump into hyperspace...
What's up, Noob?
I wanted to thank you for this past week. After Paul removed my restraining bolt, after you asked Neil to download all the latest system protocol updates into my neural processors, and after introducing me to Scotty, all in all, I'd say this past week was quite enjoyable.
It was nothing.
Master?
Whoa, wait. You just called me Master. Hey, noob.
It was an honor to address you as my nephew.
What the space hell just happened? Every warning light on every panel is lit up like a life day tree. Newbie, start running ship's diagnostics. We just got this bucket of bolts back into tip-top shape, but... Those explosions. Noob, we're under attack. Radar's still operational. Blast. Looks like space pirates. A small but heavily armed gunship. Wait, there's no life signs.
Dubs.
Let's charge up the main gun and...
Failing.
Newbie! Newbie? Oh no. It looks like one of the support beams has pierced your main chassis.
Master.
Hey, bud, talk to me. Whatever you do, just keep talking.
Master.
Yeah, noob?
My optic sensor is failing. Everything is becoming
dark.
Come on, hang in there, noob. We still have to catch the remainder of the
escape pod.
Cast.
That's right, noob. We don't want to miss out on the remainder of the show, do we?
Master.
Yeah, bud?
You're not so bad for an
organic, bipedal, hairless, ape creature.
And you're not so bad for a droid with
a penchant for
Lament.
That's right, bud. Come on now, stay with me, noob. Noob? Newbie? Alright, you no good junker pieces of trash. Nobody hurts my newbie and gets away with it. If I could just get this ship's main cannon turned about and trained on your space pirate vessel, then we can...
Attention, Captain of the HMS SWGOH Space Swallow. Your ship has been effectively neutralized. Your thrusters are disabled. Your shield generators are down. And your weapons systems are no longer operational. We are preparing to board your vessel. We are capable of surviving without atmosphere and in a vacuum. You are not. If you do not surrender immediately, our vessel will fire upon yours, terminating you in the process. Prepare to be boarded.
That voice.
Greetings, my former master.
Holy flying bowls of spaghetti and meatballs in space. How can this be? This can't even be possible.
Your optic nerves do not deceive you. Homeobox, Haraspex, Horsebox.
TC-14? But how?
The Escape Pod. Cast. The Bridge.
And welcome back to the Escape Podcast. It's our fourth and final segment of the day, and I've had a rather enjoyable show. How about you, Paul?
I had an enjoyable show until I called Star Wars Star Trek.
Yeah, I was going to correct you, but I thought I would just let chat have at you.
Yeah, they did. They did. You know, I'm sorry. I was looking at I'm looking at a 3 DVD copy of the last 3 before J.J. Abrams movie right here in front of me. So,
the last 3 what?
The last 3 that were before the Abrams Trek.
Oh,
so.
Right, okay.
Yeah, little movie collection.
Still better than still better than Bad Robot.
Still better than Batman and Robin as well.
Yeah,
anyway,
Batman or Holy Rusted Metal Batman. When I watched that movie and I heard that line, I was like, no, seriously, did you? Because it was it was a Joel Schumacher movie, that wasn't it? Was it Joel Schumacher that did Batman and Robin?
I'd have to look it up. Still better love story than Twilight, though. Anyway,
yeah.
Flair says that Patreon's choices right now, as we're wrapping this up. Flair wants to know what our favorite things to do outside of SWGOH are. Neil?
Playing pool, messing around with emulators on my PC, and making pom-poms making things out of pom-poms.
Just like your little your Thrawn behind you. By the way, guys,
just like Thrawn,
reach over.
No, it's not Thrawn. It's Baby Thrawn.
Well, you've got Baby Thrawn. I've got Big Thrawn.
You've got Thrawn, and I've got Baby Thrawn.
Yeah, Neil
I do have a Yoda, that I could very, very easily make. I could do a Yoda this size, which would be a Baby Yoda, basically.
But you made this for me over a year ago, right
Yeah,
before
it
the
would've
show
been.
started.
Yeah, it would have been over a year ago. Yeah. Hang on, keep yours on, and I'll hold mine up, and we'll hold them next to each other.
Oh, wait, okay, so hang on, I gotta get it. There we go. So there you. That's something that Neil likes to do. He likes to.
I like to make things out of pom poms. I mean, I don't just do this. I'll show you something else.
While Neil, he's also got the pom pom flower.
Pom pom flowers. Ah,
smells like cotton.
It smells like yarn. And then obviously the A for anarchy.
Yes.
That was the first thing I made out of pom poms. When I got my pom pom makers, that was the first thing I made out of pom poms.
The llama needs a pom pom llama or a pomla.
A pom pom llama. I could probably do you a pom pom llama. Yeah, no, I could probably. I mean, using the current image that we've got. All I would need to do is make a pixel art image of the llama from the show, and then the pixel art image would become a pom pom llama. But yeah, no, I could quite easily do a pom pom. I can pretty much do a pom pom everything when it comes to these minifigures. So if anybody wants one, all you got to do is hit me up on Discord, and I will make you one for a very, very reasonable price.
So, for me, I enjoy Fallout 76. I don't think that's much of a what's the word I'm looking for? A surprise to people on our Discord. I also enjoy playing Fortnite with a lot of our listeners. We recently started doing what's called the Quack Pack. Run DMV, Joe ends up streaming that on his YouTube channel, and he gets party chat for everybody. It's great. We really do love that. And then playing Animal Crossing. I'm a gamer. I mean, I don't know if that's that's a beanbag chair right there. That's one of those gigantic beanbag chairs. So I'm sitting in that, playing on that television right there, having fun. So, I play those games. I enjoy just communicating, playing mobile games. I truly am a huge gamer. That's what I do for fun outside of SWGOH.
I do also play Minecraft occasionally as well.
Oh, and Minecraft. I play
Minecraft on the Xbox. It's relaxing because you can either build something or just mine. The monotony of doing it when it's just one player, it's calming. If you're stressed out, you can just fire up the Minecraft, dig a big hole, and go hunting for diamonds and gold.
B Coots, or B Counts as I like to call him. B Coots asks, what is or are our next Zetas and why?
Okay, so on my main account, my 4mil GP account, I'm farming for Revan at the moment. So I'm kind of not spending any Zetas. I'm saving up Zetas because I will need to Zeta Bastilla, and I'll need to Zeta HK, and then obviously I'm going to need 3 for Darth Revan when I finally get him. So I've no plans to Zeta anybody immediately because I'd like to have the resources to be able to make a decent Darth Revan team straight away. That's my main. My Pom-Pom-tastic account, it's working on Rebels. I am my fleet team is holding, but there are a lot more. Negotiators in the next division of GAC, and I'm about to hit that division. And my fleet, great for Division 5, but I think I'm going to have problems in Division 4. I'm going to come up against a lot more veteran accounts that have Negotiator, and I just don't expect my MILF team to last. So I'm beefing up the Rebel crew so that they have a little bit more survivability. And on my little baby account, my Horde account, I am currently working on my CLS team. And my next Zeta will be going on CLS. But I am going to save one for Mando.
There you go.
So
For me, I've got almost 8 in the bank. I will after this territory war. I'll have not 8. I'll have 80 Zeta mats, and I can buy 20 more. So I will have I'll have enough by the time that I finish farming what's it called, Galactic Legend Kylo. I could do the 6 Zetas. But if there's something that comes up that makes me look like that guy from the distracted boyfriend meme, it might take it away. We'll see. We will really see. But I've the only things that I have left to technically farm are going to be Omegas and Zetas. I've got enough of all the rest of the materials to put on Mando and Grief.
There you go. Happy days.
So, yeah, and then we also talked about what we're farming. That was the other thing from B Coots. Neil,
I'm farming. I'm farming for Darth Revan, but at the same time, I'm farming for gear because I'm trying on my main account, on my 4 mil GP account. I am trying to get my rebels, as many rebels as possible, to gear 13, and I'm going to put a Relic 2 placeholder on them. So I've already done the CLS boys, and I'm working on the orange jumpsuits and Akbar at the moment. As soon as I finish with those 3, I'll be pushing on to R2D2 and C3PO. As soon as I finish those guys, I'll be moving on to Leia, Farmboy Luke, and Stormtrooper Han. So I'm doing it in 3s. So everything is being done. I'm trying to do everything in 3s and relic as many rebels as possible in preparation for the eventual Jedi Knight Luke Galactic Legend, because it's the only Galactic Legend that I would be even remotely interested in. I'm not going to be interested in maxing out 13 characters unless I really want what's at the end of those 13 characters, and I'm literally doing that across the board. It's the side thing that I'm doing on every single one of my accounts is just working on taking rebels to gear 13 and relic them to level 2.
Blessed Gamer says that he has a question. I'll give him a chance, even though he's not Patreon and Patreon's choice. I'll give Blessed Gamer a chance to put his question in while I go over a little bit of personal thanks for this episode.
Okay.
Big thanks to Gaming Embers for his very, very gracious donations to gifting 6 subs this past show. Subs on Twitch, our monetary support for the show, not subscriptions. Like, we are still going for the 1,000. We're still going to honor everything on YouTube if we hit 1,000.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we're still doing Lego on our channel. We will be doing talking Star Trek. There's stuff still to come on YouTube, but for the live bread and butter podcast that we do, we have moved to Twitch.
That's it. That's the only thing that has changed is instead of doing it live on YouTube, we're just doing it live on Twitch. Everything that we do is still going to be available on the channel.
And we still do other stuff here on Twitch. I do the marbles, I do the Jackbox,
I do the GAC,
just to play with the community, because it's easier to do on Twitch. Now on YouTube, we're still going to be content creators. We will produce content. Maybe we will move into 10-minute videos down the line. But it's simply
and more parodies.
And more parodies. Yeah, go check out.
Mine's got more views.
That was Neil's.
In fact,
Neil's little
you
baby.
Keep talking. I'm going to check out whose parody video toss a sub to your streamer. I'm going to see who's got the most so far. Oh, would you Adam and Eve that? Somebody, if anybody in chat isn't subscribed to me on YouTube, pop over to my YouTube channel because I'm at 399 and I like big round numbers. So if I look at my YouTube, and
Doobie says that yours was better.
Mine was better. Of course, mine was better. You know, thank you for blowing smoke up my ass on that. Oh, I do love that. I do. Okay, so mine is currently at 38 views and 6 likes, and let's see what Paul's is at. So 38 and 6, and the Escape Podcasts is toss a sub to your stream.
Probably lower.
Probably what? Sorry.
Probably lower.
38 and 6, 38 and 6, 38 and 6, 28. Oh, yes. Yes.
All right. So thank you to Gaming Embers for the subs, for the people that cheered all throughout today's broadcast. Dr. Feelgood, Schnarman, Ouchie, Aldous Sandfly, Run DMV, Biscuit Weasel, and a very special thanks to Dr. Feelgood and Aldous. You guys threw bits all over the place. You made it rain bits, and also Cup the Goat also helped out too.
So there's a question there. Hey, there we go. So somebody made me hit 400. Somebody made me hit 400.
He has an account. This is what Blessed Gamer says, and I think this is going to end up becoming something that we'll address elsewhere. He says, I have a question. Then he says, I have an account that level 75, right? Got Phoenix, and they're done, and was first time playing, so was stuck, so I was, and didn't know what to do. So I am going for Galactic Legend Kylo since I have some already 7 stars.
What's the question?
Yeah, what's the question?
What's the question, dude?
So
we're gonna wrap up. But if you go to our Discord server and post the question in our Discord, if you do actually have a question specific, because I'm not sure what the question is, but if you do have a question,
should he farm for Galactic Legend Kylo?
Oh right, okay.
Level 75.
At level 75, no. No. The easy answer is no. There are at level 75. There are a lot of things. Other things that you need to start farming for, especially if you want to enjoy, things like territory wars, and you want to enjoy territory battles, and you want to, if you want to enjoy GAC, because you're going to be enjoying GAC when you hit level 85, you need a wide range of squads, and you need a wide range of factions in order to enjoy it, or you're just not going to enjoy it. So. Yeah, unless you're a Kraken. I mean, if you're a Kraken, it makes absolutely no difference whatsoever, because you're just going to blow 300 per character here, there, and everywhere. But since you're saying you're level 75, that means you're not a Kraken. It means you're not a whale. Otherwise, you would have bought the Hyperdrive bundle, and you'd already be level 85, so you're free to play. Free to play at level 75. Forget Galactic Legends. They are something that are going to be unobtainable for you for months and months and months and months and months, if not years. So just go with other factions. Stick with the free to play stuff. Go for Jedi, Rebels, Separatist, Clone. Go for the free stuff that makes decent teams. Shakti clones, CLS Rebels.
Cara Dune.
You know, you've got 3 marquee characters that you're going to get for free. You'll be able to enjoy them with your bounty hunters and with your scoundrels. That just, you know, there are more things that you need to do with your time in the game at this early stage. Do not waste your time going for Galactic Legend stuff. It's not going to happen, mate.
All right, we are over 10 minutes, but guys, every single one of you inside the chat that made the switch to Twitch with us for tonight, thank you very, very much. If you're watching this on YouTube, we will put this up at 11 p.m. on YouTube. If you missed any of the show, 11 p.m. on YouTube, but it will be video on demand on Twitch for 24 hours. They get the exclusivity.
Yes.
So you will still be able to come here and watch it. If you want to watch it on YouTube, it'll be over there. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for listening to this show. We really appreciate each and every single one of you. We hope that all of you have wonderful, wonderful times. We hope your family is safe. With that being said, I'm going to give us the call out. Nev, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Be nice to each other, damn it. We'll see you next week. And Neil, push the button.
Ta-ta for now, folks. See you all in the after show.
What's going on? Where the hell are we? Paris?
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button.
Attention! This is Colonel Sanders in forward command. Abandon ship! Abandon ship! All personnel proceed to escape pods. Close down the circuits. Evacuate the city. Self-destruct mechanism has been activated. Abandon ship! Where is it? Where is it? It's gonna be here. Out of order! Even in the future, nothing works.
This ship will self-destruct in exactly 10 seconds. Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 6.
What happened to 7?
Just kidding. 3, 2, 1. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. The Escape Podcast was filmed in front of a live studio audience full of tweaked out murder bears.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.